So I know my hair is a mess, it doesn't like cooperating, and I have a bunch of acne. But let's get this started! Hey guys, this is Courtney, and today I decided to film a video for you guys right after work as I'm still in my uniform and I haven't eaten supper yet. So I hope you guys feel special because I enjoy my food time. I'm actually going to do a throwback tag. 15 questions, and it's all based on my past. So I figured this would be a good get to know me sort of video, I guess. Question 1. What year were you born in? I was born in 1995. So I am turning 20 this November. I'm getting old, guys. I'm sorry. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. Alright, so I have a couple pictures with me. One when I was just a baby. This is the picture. And it was my pinup girl stage. There's a story to this that I'll end up saying probably later on in my videos. My dad gets it. A little bit older picture of me and my mom. And so that's my mom, everybody, and me. I really like this picture. I had it for my grad picture. So that's what I looked like when I was really little. What TV shows did you grow up watching? I grew up watching That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana. So those were my shows growing up that I vividly remember watching every single episode of. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? The first vivid memory I remember of me wanting to grow up to be as something was when I wanted to be a singer. And I still want that. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. I will edit it in now. And if I don't edit it in, it means that it didn't work. What were your favorite toys to play with? I was really into Beyblades. You could buy them and you had like this little arena and you could duel it out. And me and my sister used to always duel it out with Beyblades. I also had a Boo that if you pressed her stomach, it would actually say lines from the movie, and I adored that so much. What's the most embarrassing thing that you can remember doing? I don't remember it, but I got told the story of when I was racing my two older sisters in a parking lot, and I managed to run into a parked vehicle. If I ever get my parents in a video, maybe they could explain it more. Excuse me, motorcycle, I am trying to film here, so please shut up. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I don't have anything up here. My parents do. It's somewhere in their room, and I'm not gonna go dig for it. So I'm sorry, I really can't do that question. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? Well, I remember seeing a picture of me back when I was so obsessed with like Pocahontas that I had dressed up and I had like this Indian braid going on, and I basically was a First Nations person because I was really into Pocahontas. 3 songs I used to listen to all the time when I was a kid was 7 by Prince, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. I think the other song I used to listen to all the time was Don't Wanna Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. Mainly because my parents played those songs a lot and I loved them. So, tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. Well, it's not really that it's funny to me in a way because we've done it so many times, and just this one time it managed to screw up, and to my sister it's probably not that funny. But me and my sister were racing home. Apparently dust got into her eye and she ran like straight on into a pole. And I thought it was the funniest thing until I realized she was hurt. I'm like the worst at laughing at the most awful moments. So it might have been funny to me, but not to her because she was pretty hurt. She ended up having a black eye for a few days because of it. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I'm kind of hoping I kept it. I'm not 110% sure if I kept it or gave it to my nephew, but back when my mom worked at a hotel and was doing room service, she found this stuffed dog all alone in the parking lot, and she brought it home to me, and I absolutely loved the dog and I took care of it, and it was my dog until we actually bought a dog. I hope I still have it, but I'm not holding any promises on it. If I do, it's in a bin in the basement, and I have about 3 or 4 of those to go through. What was something weird you used to do as a child? I was a pretty weird child, so I have to think. Back when I was little, I don't know what made me do it, but every time, instead of like putting a bookmark in a book when I was reading it, I would actually tear the corner of a page, and that would be marking how far along the book I've gotten. So the furthest tear was where I left off. That's probably why I was never allowed to read like the Trixie Belden books and stuff that my mom has. Darian, if you're watching this, you messaged me while I was making a video. What was the scariest thing that you remember happening to you when you were younger? In grade 4, I was so severely bullied that I was scared to do anything that I loved doing. But in grade 4, I finally got up the courage enough to go into a talent show. And that's when I realized that I really liked singing in front of people. Ever since then, every year that I could go into one, I went into a talent show. That was pretty much the scariest thing I've ever done because I was already so severely bullied that I wasn't sure how people were going to end up taking it. How's the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? Well, first off, you see like 6-year-olds walking around with iPhones. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I got a cell phone when I was in grade 8. It wasn't an iPhone, it was like an old school green flip phone, and I loved that phone. Back in the days when autocorrect didn't exist. Really little kids are making Facebook, and very few little kids you see actually outside. When me and my sisters were younger, we were outside from the moment we woke up to the moment it was time to go to bed. Most parents now, not hating on the parents, but there are some parents, just let their kids wander off into the toy aisle while they stand over somewhere else talking to a bunch of adults. They expect whatever company they're in to watch their kids for them. But we have more stuff that we have to do than watch your kids. We try when they're near us, but somebody came along into the toy department, took your kid by the hand, and walked out this door. Nobody at the door is gonna question whether that's a parent or not of the kid. There's a lot more talking back. And I mean, that still happens to kids like from our generation too. But I learned how to respect my parents, because if I didn't, I was gonna get a smack. And I'm not lying, like, if we started crying in a store and carrying on and screaming, you know what my parents would do? They put everything down and they just walk out with us. We wouldn't get anything from the store. I find that kids now get away with a lot more and get a lot more stuff than the kids from my generation. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat some food, and I will try and see you guys next week. Don't hold me to it. Bye!
Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Hey, if you know the words.